It's time to drink up that coffee because we only have until the 26th of June to qualify for the Espresso Airdrop, raising over $60 million, offering 50k in rewards, a shot at a rare NFT and an upcoming airdrop. Espresso is at the top of our airdrop priority list, so join us with an easy to follow airdrop guide. And before we begin, don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and let's dive straight into it. And to start off with, we're going to show you exactly how to participate in the limited time event, of which will enable us to earn up to 50k in rewards and get a chance at earning one of the Composables limited NFTs. And what is this, guys? Well, if you take a look at this X post here, you can see the details on the Composables NFT collection. So guys, by completing these layer 3 quests, we can actually get a chance at earning one of these NFTs by being on the allow list. Not only that, but like I said, you can see there's a huge reward pool of $50,000. Now, a lot of people are participating in this, guys, in the thousands, so this could very well be a huge airdrop. Don't expect to earn much of the 50,000 USDC. However, hopefully the Espresso airdrop will be nice and worth it. So if you do get your hands on one of the NFT collections, guys, of which is going to be pretty tough. However, my friends, basically what we want to do is we now want to start off over on layer 3 and start completing some of the quests. And there's going to be a quiz in here of which we need to complete, but you just want to go through each one. Now, you are going to have to spend a couple dollars, give or take, on completing these quests if you want to do this. Like I said, it's completely optional, and if you don't want to do this, you can watch the next stage of this video, of which will be moving and focusing on the Espresso ecosystem. So continuing, guys, we're just going to do as many of these quests in order to qualify for this 50k rewards pool. Yes, I want to do it myself, and this quest is all about just following and retweeting, optionally retweeting if you wanted to. You don't actually have to like or retweet anything. So time for a quiz. What is the Espresso network? You can read all of these, but it is all of the above. Next, what problem does Espresso help solve? Loss of composability due to fragmented roll-up ecosystems. Correct. After that, how does Espresso confirm L2 blocks securely and quickly? The answer is by confirming blocks using a BFT consensus mechanism in seconds. Now, you can do all your research, guys, or you can copy my answers. It's entirely up to you. I am not going to be testing you and snitching on you. However, moving on, the last answer is all of the above. Boom, that is the quiz, easy and done. Now, if you wanted to confirm this, guys, you can very simply mint yourself a cube over on layer 3. It's entirely optional. You don't even have to complete this quest. But I'm going to do it because, of course, I want to get the most out of this Espresso airdrop, if, of course, I'm going to be getting one. Now, honestly, guys, I think you're probably already eligible for this airdrop, and I'll get into that later. However, as you can see, we have officially completed the first quest, the intro to Espresso. What's next? Well, we just go through each and every one of these, and it's basically going to take us through the Espresso ecosystem. How Espresso powers the Arbitrum orbit chains. This is all about education. You can see all of these fantastic networks and protocols which is compatible with Espresso. And I mentioned that earlier. You're probably already eligible for this airdrop by utilizing some of these protocols and networks. Nonetheless, we're just going to continue, and you can just see another quiz coming up, and you just want to answer as best as you can. So, as you can see, the first answer is C. Next, what does an Espresso confirmed block represent? A secure and fast preview, a block that will reach finality. Next, if other chains, apps, protocols, have access to an Espresso confirmed block, what benefits does that provide chains and their users? You can read through it, but I believe it is all of the above. Next, it asks you to acquire GLP or GLV on GMX. To support our friends in the Arbitrum ecosystem, acquire any amount of GLP or GLV via GMX, the leading perp DEX on Arbitrum. With GLP ... you can ... earn fees from swaps, leverage trading, and more. So if you want to do this, guys, it's entirely up to you. Like I said, these are all optional quests, but by completing these transactions, it's going to help you explore the ecosystem and qualify for Espresso airdrop. Now, if you head over to GMX, as you can see, it's going to open up the page, and you're going to very simply need to get yourselves logged in if you want to do this. Me already, as you can see, guys, I've got GLP, but of course I need to add more in order to confirm the transaction. However, I am already qualifying for the Espresso airdrop because I've already got GLP. And as you can see down here, if you want to get more, you just go to buy GLP. Next, all you're going to do is swap some Ethereum into GLP. Let's just say I wanted to do 0.0008, which is roughly $2. And boom, we've officially got more GLP. It's as easy as that. If you go back, guys, verify the task. As you can see, we've officially completed that, and that is another transaction with the Espresso ecosystem. That's all we're trying to do. Like I said, you don't have to get these cubes. You can very simply complete all of the quests it asks you to do without getting the cubes whatsoever, but I'm getting the cubes as a layer 3 airdrop bonus, as you may have seen in our airdrop tutorial on layer 3. However, moving on, what's next? Rari. Learn about Rari. It's the first roll-up to integrate with Espresso, and therefore this could be a key indicator to use this network in order to qualify for the Espresso airdrop. So it says bridge to Rari mainnet, bridge at least $20 of ETH from Arbitrum 1 to Rari mainnet. If you want to do this, guys, it's entirely up to you. You just go very simply confirm it. Of course, I need to do it in order to complete the quest, but the more volume and the more transactions that you can stack up on this bridge over to Rari, the better off you will be. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit more just because, of course, I want to confirm that I'm qualifying for it. Next, as you can see, that is $21.68, 0.0088. Boom, I'm happy with that. I'm now going to head back over, and it said if it takes up to 5 minutes, no problem, but we're just going to confirm it, and bang, we can now move on. Guys, it is as simple as that. Next, we just go on to the next quest and we just very simply explore the Espresso ecosystem. So basically, layer 3 is taking us step by step through each protocol in the Espresso ecosystem, enabling us not to do it manually and going over to the ecosystem ourselves, which I do want to show you at the end of the video. However, we are flying through these quests. Next one is Caldera, and Caldera are doing an airdrop of their own. Get your Caldera username if you wanted to, guys. It's entirely up to you. I'm going to very simply do it. You may already have a Caldera name from the past, but if you don't, all you want to do is choose a name. It could be John Wick, it could be anything you like. As you can see, John Wick is taken. It could be Tony Soprano, I don't know, whatever you want, guys. If you wanted Theo 8, if you wanted High Crypto Guy, there are various names that you can take. Of course, my one is available. I'm just going to register this one, whatever you guys want. Domain registered successfully. You now move on and you've got your info down below. However, you can see all your domain NFTs down here as well. B3, Ape Chain, Manta, ... All of these different testnet NFTs, fantastic. What's next? That didn't cost us a single cent. So next, you just continue. Time for a quiz. What are the benefits Caldera powered chains gain by integrating with Espresso? Fast finality, stronger security guarantees, and better cross-chain interoperability. Correct. Next, what was the first chain to be powered by the Espresso cross with Caldera Arbitrum Nitro integration? It was Rari chain. Next, what is MetaLayer designed for? It is designed for creating a unified interoperability network across 100 plus Caldera rollups. Fantastic. After that, guys, that is the next quest completed. Like we said, we're flying through these and I don't have to go through them all. It's entirely up to you how many you do and which ones you do. However, guys, we're going to do one more quest, but after that, we're just going to leave it in your hands and you can do them at your own time because otherwise we're just going to be repeating ourselves. Nonetheless, you just complete these simple tasks. Boom, we are now in log X. You can come back over here, very simply complete it. It says to trade $100 volume on log X if, of course, you are a trader yourself. Myself, I'm not going to do this one. However, if you are a leverage trader and you want to do it, it's up to you. But like I said, guys, you don't need to complete them all. The more that you can do out of this ecosystem quests, the better off you will be for the Espresso airdrop. However, guys, next one you could do Ape Chain. It's so simple. You might just have to bridge to Ape. It really is as easy as it is. Create a glyph account, it says. If you want to, you would just continue and boom, you've got yourself another completed quest. However, guys, like I said, you can do these all in your own time. They are very simple and easy and all optional. If, of course, you want to get your hands on the $50,000 rewards, help yourself get the opportunity to get that Composables NFT collection, of which you'll be on the allow list. You're not going to get a free one, guys. You'll just be on the allow list, enabling you to buy one if, of course, you are given that opportunity. However, the next step that we want to do is, guys, we now want to head over to the ecosystem of Espresso. And all you need to do is head over to the ecosystem page of Espresso's website. And down below, you're going to see all of the different networks, all of the different stacks. So, for example, Optimism and Arbitrum or Polygon CDK. Down below, you're going to see all of the compatible networks. Now, keep in mind all of these networks because we're going to want to use them in a second. However, the most important part is now scrolling down and finding all of these protocols that we can use in order to help stack up transactions and tick off some of these networks as well in order to qualify for airdrops. So we know by utilizing these protocols that are provided in the ecosystem, we can qualify for Espresso's airdrop. Now, in the past, we've used Hyperlane, we've used Descent, we've used Across, we've used many other protocols of which are powered by Espresso's interoperability ecosystem. Socket is another one. But for an example, guys, just to start off with, we're going to head over to Across. Once we are in, we can confirm that we've got our wallet here, X, Y, and Z. But before you start bridging randomly back and forth, what you want to do is head over to Espresso once again, scroll up and find the networks of which are compatible with Espresso. So first of all, we've got ApeChain, Allura, Airchains, Automata, Cartesi, Comet, Cyber, DCA, and even Optimism, Arbitrum, and so on. So, for example, if I wanted to now go over to a cross, I wanted to now select the network. It could this time be from Arbitrum, let's just say. Next, all you want to do is very simply choose a network. It doesn't have to be any of these guys over here, but it is a bonus if, of course, you can bridge to any of these other networks. However, as long as you're using one of the networks within the ecosystem and using, of course, the Across protocol, which is powered by Espresso, we can now very simply bridge to another network. It doesn't matter which one. Now, all that matters is that you're stacking up transactions and you're building volume. So all I'm going to do is I'm now going to choose an amount. It doesn't have to be that much. It could literally be $2, it could be $1, it could be $5,000 or $5 million, whatever your budget is. Now, like I said earlier, guys, you probably already used Across, you probably already used Arbitrum, Optimism, and many of these other protocols within the ecosystem, and that is already going to help you qualify for the airdrop just by being a user on any of these platforms. However, you can now upgrade your transactions and your volume and your app interactions just by obviously now focusing on the Espresso ecosystem before the token goes live. So once this transaction is done, we can now head back over to Espresso and find ourselves another protocol. Guys, Hyperlane was another huge airdrop that we were farming, and you probably qualified for it as well if you followed our airdrop tutorials. It wasn't the best airdrop out there, however, it still got us a couple $100 or a few $100, I can't exactly remember, but it was pretty nice. Next, all we want to do is start bridging. So here, guys, it's going to take us over to the Nexus bridge. Now, all you want to do is very simply start choosing some networks to bridge to and from. And again, you can go back to the list and see which networks they have available. Guys, honestly, there are so many here. You'll find most of these networks over on the Espresso ecosystem. So all we're going to do is, first of all, get ourselves started with our EVM network, of which is going to first be another Espresso compatible network because they utilize the OP stack. This is going to be Optimism. Next, what we want to do is, on the right-hand side, we now want to choose a network. I know that there are many networks here, guys. However, I know that Tyco is one of the compatible networks of the Espresso ecosystem, of which I can see right here. So I'm going to choose Tyco as the network to bridge to. Honestly, guys, it doesn't have to be that much, and it has to be the Easy ETH token, just to let you know. So I'm going to bridge all of my Easy ETH directly over to my Tyco network. Honestly, it's very optional, and all you need to do is get your hands on Easy ETH. If you don't know how to do so, you can head over to leading decentralized exchange Uniswap and very simply get yourselves Easy ETH. I'll show you how right now in just a matter of seconds. Here, you just come over here, you just very simply toggle the Optimism network, which we want to do, just like so. Going to get ETH right here, and down below you want to choose Easy ETH. You select it, you can see I've already got $3.90 worth. If you want to swap more, it's entirely up to you. That's how you would do it, and you would just swap in a matter of seconds. And once you're happy to send your Easy ETH, you very simply send to Tyco. This is now going to help you qualify for the Espresso airdrop with one transaction by utilizing 3 of their ecosystem partners: Optimism Stack, Tyco, and Hyperlane. Fantastic. So you see where I'm going with this, guys. This is my airdrop strategy. I like to utilize as many different partners as possible in one transaction. If, of course, you can't do that, then no problem. But just, of course, find protocols that you like, choose networks that you enjoy using, and you'll be good to go. Hopefully you're already eligible for this airdrop, guys, and hopefully it's going to be a huge one. Honestly, I think it will be pretty big. They've raised over $60 million. That isn't a small airdrop, and they've already got huge partners and a huge ecosystem. I'm assuming it's going to grow even bigger, and I'm going to be here alongside it to see it grow. Now, friends, like I said, just check out the ecosystem, complete the quests over on layer 3 if, of course, you want to do that. It ends on the 26th of June at 4 p.m, so you haven't got that long to participate. However, guys, the choice is up to you if, of course, you want to do this. Nonetheless, you can also join the Discord. You can also yap about it over on Kaito AI, basically over on X. However, it depends on how much you want to farm this airdrop. Friends, thank you so much again for tuning in. If you have any requests whatsoever in terms of airdrops, reviews, maybe even technical analysis, let us know in the comment section down below and we'd be happy to help you. Friends, don't forget, we're also not financial advisors and we do not give any financial advice. Use a burner wallet if you feel more comfortable, and don't forget to smash that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you in the next video.